You believe the same words kings whispered in times of war, mothers murmured in desperation, and broken men uttered in the silence of God also contain a code for financial prosperity. Yes, I'm saying that Psalm 23 is not just a song of faith, it is a practical strategy for wealth. The same mindset I've discovered in the more than 500 millionaires I've interviewed throughout my life. And perhaps what you lack today is not money. I shall not want. I am not just repeating a beautiful phrase etched in history. I am affirming to myself and my entire being that my source is not my salary, my business, the market, or circumstances. It is a declaration of absolute alignment, as if I am handing over the reins of my life to a direction that does not fail, while simultaneously adopting a mental posture of abundance, regardless of what my eyes see. Over decades of interviewing successful men and women, I realized they all had an unshakable conviction that provision would come, even before it manifested. And behavior show that a mind programmed for abundance significantly increases the chances of identifying and acting on opportunities that go unnoticed by those living with a scarcity mindset. But here is the question I need to ask you. How many times have you recited these words and deep down doubted them, but spent the rest of the day looking at overdue bills, feeling that weight in your chest, and thinking it might not be true for you? They repeat the verse as a ritual but never let it transform into an emotional conviction. And without emotion, there is no real subconscious programming. The faith that creates results is one that penetrates so deeply it begins to influence every decision, every reaction, every word that comes out of your mouth. There was a time when my financial life was in ruins. People I trusted let me down. So I made a decision that seemed almost insane in the eyes of those around me. Every day, without fail, I wrote and repeated out loud, with emotion, "I shall not want," 10 times. At first, it felt like a lie. I no longer saw myself as a victim trying to survive, but as someone who had resources that were not yet visible. This internal shift was the key. People started to seek me out with proposals, and I had the clarity to see paths that had previously seemed invisible. Perhaps you are now on the opposite side of this mindset. Maybe bills are piling up, uncertainty is your daily companion, and the feeling of lack is